final Cowboys CanFan mock draft of the 2024 offseason. This is it, and we have Eric Boots on the Ground Serrato with us to get through it. This is our final mock draft. So there isn't any rules. We can do whatever the hell we want. If we want to trade up like those idiots have us in the CBS article and on the Steelers Nation page, trading up and losing all our picks, we can do whatever the hell we want. You guys ready for this?
Are you ready?
All right, we're entering this draft. We're about to boosh this. I'm going to zoom it in so that we can kind of see who's been picked here. Here we go. The picks are flying off the board.
Who's picking McCarthy?
McCarthy, 11.
Oh, he went to Vikings.
All right, fellas, here we go, baby. So this is what we got right off the hop. J.C. Latham, Graham Barton, Brian Thomas Jr., Kool-Aid McKinstry, Jackson Powers Johnson, Troy Franklin, Peyton Wilson, Tyler Nubin, and Ladd McConk. I can never say this name. Ladd McConkey. And then Zach Fraser. So there's some guys here, man. There are some guys on this board. So Boots, out of these dudes.
Who went at 22?
At 22?
Who did the Eagles take?
They take Nate Wiggins, cornerback. Green Bay's coming up. They have O-line. Tampa Bay has guard and center. The Cardinals have guard and center. And then the Detroit Lions have guard and center. So there's a lot of teams that want guard and center.
Okay, and so I'm going to give you what chat's going to say here, what chat's wavering in on, and then we'll hit out. So our boy StatJ says Latham is interesting, which we've taken J.C. Latham once before.
He is a right tackle. I will say that.
WWE guy says take Graham Barton,
which we love. We love our GB.
Jenkins Gaming says tackle. Dallas Cowboys Chris says Barton is the pick.
All right, well, I want to know what you guys think. So what do you guys think here? I want to trade back, personally.
Same.
I like trading back, too.
We need picks.
But it's risky business here, guys.
I know.
So our first person that we can trade back with is Baltimore at pick 30. So that's going back 6 picks. We're more than likely missing out on Latham, Barton, and JPJ in that situation.
And probably Brian Thomas Jr.
So I like it if it was only a couple picks back and we could get either Barton, JPJ, or JC Latham without having those selections. I kind of like what Boots had said prior and just taking a guy that we want to play tackle. And for me, that right now is Graham Barton.
Yep.
He's only played left tackle. Some people have him possibly playing guard in the NFL, but all he did in his college career was play tackle. So I kind of like it. His pros, well balanced in his pre-snap base. His butt is a bit high, but he is loaded on his quads to explode off the snap. Strong grip strength, has a mean streak in the run game. Con, strength tails off after initial punch.
What if we take Graham now and then before our second pick, maybe trade back in our second round?
We could do that.
Can you go back over to the picks between us and Baltimore?
We're not getting.
Oh yeah, we are. No, we're losing everybody.
And they're probably Baltimore's trading up to get an O-lineman.
Right.
That's what they're doing here. Baltimore's trying to jump up to get probably J.C. Latham, to be honest. If we could trade back too, you know what? Maybe we just reach out to a team, guys. Do we be crazy?
See what the Bucks won't trade with us, but let's see what we can do with the Bucks.
Let's see if we can just offer a trade to someone. We're going to ask for the Bucks 26. We're going to give up our 24. Then what do you guys want to try here?
What about the Cardinals? Even them. I mean, they already had that pick at 4, so this is their second first-round pick.
Okay, let's try it then. I'll bang with it. I'll bang with the Cardinals. So we're offering. Oh yeah, they're not biting anything.
What if you give them like a pick?
No, they're not biting.
They don't want anything.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay.
They're not biting on anything. I'll try one last one with the Bucks. 26, 24. They don't even want to trade, so they won't even flirt with it.
Lions
at 29. Oof, I mean, at that point, you just trade with the team that wants to trade with you.
Well, like I said, I'm not opposed to getting Barton, Graham Cracker Barton, and then trading back in our second round.
Okay, so we got to and we got to look at this. We got to look at this as this is our what we want to do as the team.
Yeah.
So I like Barton.
I like Barton as well.
Yeah, same.
I like Barton, but I also like Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay, well, we're going Barton.
I know. I'm just saying if we wanted to trade back to get the wide receiver, if we're all in line for that, but
if he was the top ranked guy, you're not. If you trade to 30, you're not getting any of these dudes.
Totally.
So we're going Graham Barton. Welcome to the team. Okay, and then we're gonna pause and we're gonna try to trade up. Is that what you guys wanted to do? So Boots, you need to figure out where you want to trade up to. In
Well,
the
I don't know about trade up. I was gonna say trade back.
trade back. Okay, well then we're just
Trade
gonna
back in round 2.
then we're just gonna let it ride. Then we're not gonna do it until we're on our
Pause for a
Well,
sec. Pause.
well,
Roll
pause.
up, and I just want to see who went after Barton. I want to see. Let's see. So Kool-Aid went.
Pause.
It's paused.
It's pause.
Okay.
Kool-Aid went. Brian Thomas Jr. went. J.C. Latham went. Troy Franklin went. JPJ went to
So none of the guys that we wanted.
and Peyton Wilson.
So we would have been getting Peyton Wilson.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah, probably.
were smart by not trading back because the guys that we all wanted adds
Gone.
2 guys in Brian Thomas Jr. and JC Latham, and then JPJ all gone. We would have never got any. We wouldn't even have sniffed.
WayJ says good pick. Crack him if you got him.
Yeah, I'll get one of those. Crack Graham Barton. Crack him if you got him.
And then he
son.
also says round 2 trade back is a good move.
1, and we are on the board.
Oof.
So there is 2 trade available. So we're gonna just look at that right off the hop here, fellas. That's far down though, Boots. They want the closest we could do is with New England at 68 or New York at 70.
Ooh.
That's far down there.
That's too much.
And then here's our top guys. They got Jonathan Brooks, who's been linked to the Cowboys a lot. Then you got TJ Tampa, cornerback Kieran Amagaji, tackle Chris Broswell, edge, Edgerrin Cooper,
I think we're going
linebacker,
Coop.
Christian Haynes, Malachi Corley, or as I called them last time, Malachi.
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 Mariachi Corley?
Yeah.
Mariachi.
Marshawn Nealand, Andrew Phillips, Brandon Dorless, and Kingsley Suamataya.
Yeah, Cowboys Chris is already all caps locking it. Cooper's a pick. We love Edgerrin Cooper. We've talked about Edgerrin Cooper. It's Brooksy or Cooper. And
Well,
I think
this is what do you guys weigh more as a need? It's running back or linebacker.
I just
running back.
I just feel like we can get a good running back at 87 still.
So Boots is leaning towards running back though. You're leaning towards linebacker.
Well, what has the highest drop off right now as far as halfbacks or running backs and then linebackers?
Let's check it out. So running backs. So next one you're gonna have. So when we pick at 87, we're probably gonna be looking at a guy like Ray Davis, and you are an SC guy. What's Marshawn Lloyd like, Boots?
Well, like all the other halfbacks over at USC, they don't really get a lot of playing time because the best running back is Caleb Williams, even though he plays quarterback. But
Right.
that guy ran a lot. And whenever he did hand the ball off, it's because they were worried about him throwing the ball. So, I mean, it's not like they loaded the box against these running backs over at SC. So, I mean, a lot of these guys, even though they look good, in college, once they hit the NFL, it's not going to go well for them.
So if we don't take Jonathan Brooks, we're not getting any of the next 4 guys like Bucky Irvin, Trey Benson, Jalen Wright, and Jonathan Brooks.
I bet
gonna
you
be
Trey
gone.
Benson. I bet you Trey Benson will. Dallas Cowboys Chris in caps lock says name your starting linebackers.
And then look who got picked right before.
Ooh. Michigan boy Blake.
Blake Corum taken. So this is the thing with linebackers. Yeah, Edgerrin Cooper's gonna start right away. But if you don't get Edgerrin Cooper, there's guys like Junior Colson that we possibly could get in the 3rd round. There's Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And then deeper in the draft, there's Jalen Ford. There's Trevin Wallace. There, Steel Chambers.
Curtis 50 Cent Jacobson.
Yeah, yeah, there is.
Let
So
me
there
ask
is-
you guys this: is our RB1 right here on these top 3?
Is Jonathan Brooks?
Who's our RB1?
in those
Right
3
here.
in these 3 guys, for me, Trey
Yeah.
Benson.
Okay,
So then
and
maybe
he won't
it's-
be there at the next
So
pick.
then see if we can trade back and get Benson then.
But why trade back and not get the best linebacker? Why not just trade and then okay, I see what you're saying.
He's 75, so let's trade back a little bit,
All right.
get some more picks, and then take
68. We'll flirt with it. 68, 56. Let's see if we can get their 103. They're for sure going to give us that. I mean, you can kind of bend them over here a little bit. 103 and 137. Let's see if we get something in the. This is more realistic to me. Getting their 4th next year, and then so we would trade our 56. We'd go back 12 picks, which is a lot because we could end up missing out on all the 3 running backs and the best linebacker. And then what? So, but
this we have to.
you don't have to trade. You just pick who you think is going to play. Yeah, you don't. I mean, even if you think trade bet. So say you go to running back and you think you need to take a running back here, you pick who you think your best running back is. If you
Jenkins says that Brooks is Reggie Bush if healthy.
yeah, if healthy though.
That's saying a lot.
I mean, Reggie Bush was Reggie Bush if healthy.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't mind the Jonathan Brooks pick here. I wish we could just trade a little bit less.
Then 12.
Well, okay, if we're gonna treat this like a BPA draft, then we go with Brooks.
That's true.
In other words, we're gonna say forget all these extra picks. It doesn't matter if we're picking the BPA at our spot. So I'm okay with going with Brooks if you guys want to go with that here.
And we all said we're BPA boys. Boots isn't wrong.
You're not wrong.
He has the logic. He has the logic.
You're not wrong. He's been a visit from the Cowboys. He's been linked to the Cowboys. It sounds like the Cowboys might even try to move up for him.
I'm gonna flirt something with you guys here. I'm fine with taking Jonathan Brooks. I want to pause right after, and I want to move up and get Edgerrin Cooper.
Okay, I like that move.
Ooh, I
fuck
like
with
that
that.
too.
That's what I want to do.
Like
So,
Okay,
that.
let's do that.
so we're gonna draft Jonathan Brooks right away, and then I'm gonna pause it, and we're gonna trade up to get our guy.
Do it.
Okay, Jonathan Brooks, welcome to the team.
Pause.
Is he already gone?
Is he down?
Okay, he's not
Oh
gone.
my god! How quick was that? How quick do you have that?
Oh man.
1, 2, 3, 4 picks or
Okay, so the Bills, let's see. Bills need linebacker, so they might be going with Coops. But let's just try. Let's see what we could go. So for us to move up to pick 60,
Dallas Cowboys, Chris says, stop drafting hurt players. He is not happy
I don't
about that
disagree with
Brooksy.
it, but we said we were BPA boys. So we could trade. We're going to have to essentially trade our 87 and next year's third round
Yeah, do it.
to
I
move
say-
up.
Yeah, we're all in this year.
Offer
do
trade.
it.
Offer trade.
If we don't make it happen this year,
We
Dak
got
will be
it.
gone, and
Okay.
we're gonna have a lot of.
We got it.
Take Coop.
Edgerrin Cooper.
Yeah.
We wheeled and dealed.
Hey, welcome to
Again.
draft day, baby.
Welcome to
Welcome
draft
to
day.
draft day, baby.
Because you got to worry. I mean, now you got the best running back by BPA standards and the remaining best, or even Edgerrin Cooper in some people's mind is the best linebacker, and we're getting him at 60.
Texas.
We gave up 2 third-round picks. Welcome to the team.
I just want to see him get a nice sack and then just go. Coop.
Now
Yeah.
we're a lot of picks away. So, I mean, a lot of picks away, and we're just going to let it ride a little bit. We traded 87 and next year's third-round pick to move up to get the best defensive player left in the draft, in my mind. Are people going to like it? Probably not.
Probably not.
Jordan Travis, Kamal Hayden, Bo Limmer, Cody Schrader, Kalen King, Steel Chambers. I honestly don't hate a center here to be.
I was just gonna say we've
really.
never taken Bo Limmer. Bring him up.
So he got regressed a little bit in 2023. He's
Still good though.
He's played left guard. He's played right guard. He's played center. So he actually, his first 2 years in college, he was a right guard and then got bumped out to center in his final year. Pass block grade isn't great. His run block grade's actually fairly decent. And zone and gap are pretty even with each other. So he's not he's 6'5", 307, 22. So he's not about to turn 23, but that's not a terrible pick.
He's versatile, guys. I mean, if he can play 3 different positions
I don't mind
on
this
the
guy.
offensive line, that's a solid pick.
I don't mind that pick, guys. I really don't.
300 pounds, not
Okay.
even 23 years old.
Okay,
6'5".
It's our last final draft. Give us a draft buzz on Bo Limmer.
Okay, let's get it. I like that. Limmer. Okay, looks
Okay.
like a chunky Ferguson.
Chunky
looks like
Ferg?
looks like just a bigger Jake
Is
Ferguson.
it? Do we have a more? Is it because clone zone hit the offensive
clone
line?
zone?
They just put a little
They're
bit too much
spreading.
cholesterol in that one.
Okay. 3 cones, not bad.
Not not very fast. Height's good.
Slow.
Shuttle's good. 10 yards good. 3 cones. So he's actually doesn't have long distance speed like in a 40, but his shuttle 10 yard and 3 cone are all high.
We just need him to be a wall, guys. We don't need him to run 40 yards or anything here.
Exactly. So his height's good. He's going to put on, another 10, 15 pounds in the NFL. Don't love his arm size. He's in the only 29% area of his draft class, but he's has a good run grade according to PFF, and he's really quick in the first 10 yards. So I don't hate this, guys.
Give me one pause and one neg from him.
One positive: exhibits a high football IQ, effectively identifying stunts, twists, and blitzes, and making swift adjustments post snap.
Okay, I like that
That's
from
nice.
a center.
He's
and-
already smarter than Mozzie.
And then weakness: occasionally exhibits lapse in pass protection technique, leading to a vulnerability against sophisticated defensive moves. And balance can be compromised by over-aggressiveness, sometimes resulting in lost leverage and effectiveness.
I mean, I don't think that's a negative to me. I want an over-aggressive guy.
Are you guys good with Limmer?
I like the center.
I like Limmer
Yeah.
because he can battle it out with Hoffman.
Yep.
And you're going to get the best player out of both of them.
Yep.
Welcome to
Exactly.
the team.
Welcome to the team.
Bo Limmer, welcome to the team.
I like that we picked a guy that we haven't picked yet.
In our final draft, we got one that we never drafted.
Well,
Some,
this deep in the draft, or this round was our third, fourth round. I
Yep.
mean, we can get guys that are versatile and can play more than one position on the offensive line. I think that's good for us in case someone gets hurt.
It's always huge.
Depth.
And yeah, depth at
Depth.
this piece is great. So again, here we got to look at
we got to go D-line, I think, on this one.
D-line would be smart. D-line would be smart. Gabe Hall, BPA, Baylor.
Okay.
Let's check him out.
Check him out.
Another guy that we've never taken before. So snaps, he's a B gap guy. Most of these defensive lineman guys, 6'6", 287.
Yeah, not great.
I'm not down with that.
No.
I'm not down with that. I'd rather someone that's gonna play.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him.
Don't look at him.
Don't look at Joe Milton III.
Oh, your guy Joe Milton. So
He-
edge, what about edge? Because we did, as you saw in Boots' interview
Hey.
with Tony Tolbert, we did lose a bunch of depth pieces on the defensive line.
He's progressed every single year. This is so far,
He
so,
has.
so far so good.
Jalen Green, his pass rush grade's amazing. Run defense grade, not terrible. He's got a bunch of blues, snaps by alignment, outside the tackle, a lot.
Yeah.
Played a little bit of linebacker, but not much.
Size and
6'1", 245, so he's very
Okay,
small.
he's-
So Green comes in compact build that limits where you can play him as an edge rusher, but he's a feisty player, consistently plays with good natural leverage. You don't want to make a living betting on size outliers, but pending recovery from knee surgery, he could be a good depth player. So he's also coming off a knee surgery. But we're like, you're not deep in the draft, like you're deep in the draft, right? So you can't really.
Yeah, he's also an edge guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not what he's going to play over Micah.
No, but he could spell out. He could spell out Sam Williams, and I don't like his.
no, a lot of red. Not a lot of reds.
Lot of red. We're out. We're out
Sorry,
on
Jalen.
Jalen Green. We're out on.
Run
we're out on
away,
Jalen.
run
We're out on
away.
Jalen.
I don't know.
mean-
Keep going down. Let's see.
Yeah. Like, I mean, is he going to outplay D-Law?
Probably not, but I don't think many guys that we're gonna draft right now are gonna outplay anyone. We're looking for that Duron not so bland type pick here, where you
Very true.
expect him to be a depth piece, but ends up being an absolute stud. So going on measurables here is huge in my mind, and everyone we've looked at so far, it doesn't have great measurables. Jalen Green didn't have great measurables. Gabe Hall didn't have great measurables. I mean, James Williams, I said I probably wouldn't take a safety, but it doesn't hurt to take a little peek. 6'5", 215.
Oh my
At safety. I got to take a draft
Oof.
buzz at this guy, James Williams. That if he's fast, if he has good combine stuff, I might be welcoming him to the team. 231, they have him here. Oh man. So not terrible. 40, not great. Yeah, not much there. So guys, we need to figure it out. What position do you want?
Stephen White says Jeff Coat, edge. He's a bloodline.
Yeah, he's not even on our.
So we might be able to get him later on.
Yeah,
We
Oh,
like
Frank Gore Jr., if you're looking at Bloodline.
I want a position like bloodline picks great and all, but we need depth here, fellas. And we used a second round pick
Okay.
on a halfback. So halfback in my mind's
set.
off the board.
Okay, so bring up defensive edge and defensive interior or defensive interior.
We looked at all three of these guys. I need somebody to make a decision here, fellas. You guys are in the big room here. What do we want?
Can't
How
move.
big is Cedric Johnson again?
Cedric Johnson. Where was he at? Right down here, edge. I mean, they're saying that he's a 220. We could probably get him next pick, 6'3", 265. I'm about to just BPA. Well, because we're not making a decision here. We're gonna just end up
Dallas
going
Cowboys
BPA.
Chris says trade. No one's gonna trade us in the 200s.
Well, and I mean, realistic, like Gabe.
You know what? In real, like, actual drafts, there's a lot of trades that go down in these rounds for, like,
Okay, I have an idea.
seventh rounders and stuff. You
Well,
never
yeah,
know. It
maybe-
happens all the time.
Maybe we just pick up a pick. Detroit Lions 249. That's way too far back. It's way too far back. Hey guys, I'm picking Gabe Hall. That's who we're taking. BPA at a position of need.
Who was the guy that we were looking at that was blue that was increasing?
It was Jalen Green. But he was.
Yeah,
You guys want Jalen Green then?
I think
James
Jalen Green.
Madison.
I think Jalen Green over Gabe Hall, but like Gabe.
Yeah,
Gabe,
take
Gabe-
someone who's progressing over someone that's peaked.
Yeah, Gabe Hall was like up and then down.
But Boots also made the argument that Jalen Green's not going to play over D-Law. He's not going to play over Sam Williams. He's not going to play over Micah Parsons. Gabe Hall could be better than Mozzie Smith. You know what I mean?
Oof.
So
Bullshit.
Gabe Hall has a higher
So-
ceiling than a Jalen Green.
Fuck it, just
So
go
we
J-
have a
J-
BPA guy available that's also a
Position of need.
Position of need. Yeah,
I think
Gabe
it's a
Hall.
no-brainer.
boys. Joe Milton the third.
Gabe Hall, welcome to the team.
Oh, okay.
Gabe Hall pass. I love it.
Not our favorite. You better get a fucking A in our draft grade.
Bob me
Okay.
and Cedric Johnson off the board. Jalen Simpson.
Joe's still there. Fuck.
Okay,
Are we going
fellas.
quarterback on this one, guys?
I mean, I don't hate Joe Milton the third here. It's another BPA pick. We're in the 6th round. I don't hate taking Joe Milton here. Really, I don't.
I would have pushed for him in the last one if I didn't see what Chris said. So I'm fine taking Joe Milton.
Do we just take him?
Take him.
Welcome to the team.
Sorry, Chris.
We essentially just did a BPA draft.
JM the third. This is for you.
Oh.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him. And then we're down to our last pick. This has to be just essentially, guys, I'm going to argue either Jalen Sundell or Solomon Byrd here.
Wait, is that a kicker?
No, Cam Little and Willie Richard are. But
can't.
we'll check out Jalen Sundell. I think, again, this is a depth piece here.
Oh, I like that. He's progressing.
He's progressed. He has good pass block grade.
Jay's saying wide receiver, but
Yeah, wide receiver. I don't mind seeing wide receiver here. Let's check it out. See if any wide receivers pop off the board at us here. So we didn't take one.
We have not.
Wide receiver here.
okay. Are any fast boys?
In my mind, it's down to Jalen Sundell, North Dakota State tackle, or Cam Little. Or sorry, Solomon Byrd.
How big Solomon Byrd?
That guy is
Hey, he had a
6'3", 250.
Great last season.
From USC Trojans.
Bird is the word, guys.
Bird is the word.
Bird.
It's a position you need.
He's from Palmdale. Okay, I can go with that.
Oh,
Palmdale.
Give me a Dale. What do we sell?
Come back to me.
I think we're taking the Palmdale guy.
I need you and you love me, baby.
Strictly Solomon.
He did 3 years in Wyoming and then 1 year at USC.
Let's check him out.
15 tackles, 14 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 pass breakups, 1 quarterback hurry while playing 37 games.
You know,
I like his look.
You know, Bird's from Palmdale.
Look at that hair, bro.
Bird is the word. Bird is the word.
Bird is. You guys ever watch that Family Guy?
Bird is the word. Bird is the word.
Oh, that'd be great.
Not only is he from a great place in Palmdale, which has a great song. He has the bird soundbite, and he's from right around Boots. So let's get him. Let's welcome him to the team.
Can you imagine being at AT&T and this guy like makes a tackle and they play Peter Griffin up there?
Oh yeah, bird is the word. All right, guys, what do we think?
Have you heard?
Have you heard? Bird is the word.
Have you heard? Bird is the word.
Stay in your seat, fellas. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. I'm going to just download the image so it's here. Let's go through our picks one by one to see how we grade it out. So our first pick in the 2024 CanFan final mock draft.
Final mock, baby.
Graham Barton.
A.
Tackle out of Duke. A. I would be extremely happy with this pick. If Graham Barton is there at 24, I am more than happy with the Dallas Cowboys getting him. I'm also fine. There was a couple other dudes there. JC Latham was there. Also, JPJ was there. I'm okay with those also. Next, our second round pick.
Jonathan Brooks, A.
Jonathan Brooks, who was actually a BPA pick. He was the top of the board. We had a little bit of conflict in chat. Chat was saying he's a little injury prone, and other people were telling us he is the next Reggie Bush if healthy. Then we got a little crazy here, fellas.
We did a trade.
We traded our round 2 60th. Or no, we traded our round 3 pick 87 and our round 3 of 2025 to move back into the second round, pick 60, to select Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker out of Texas A&M, only matching a B+, but I like it. He's starting right off the bat.
We talked about we wanted to draft. I mean, outside of a bunch of BPAs and randos that we drafted the people. We did draft people that we wanted.
We did, yeah.
We wanted Edgerrin.
I've seen Cooper get a lot of first round grades as well, so I'm okay with that.
Could be a steal. Could end up being a steal. Then we went a long way till our next pick, all the way at round 5, pick 174.
Bo Limmer with the fucking
Bo
A-mine.
Limmer, center out of Arkansas, A-. I think that's a great pick. He could be battling. He could be a starter too.
A-mine.
He could end up beating out Hoffman and start, or he has, like Boots had saw, potential to play right guard if he needed to fill in for Zach Martin, or play left guard if he had to fill in for Tyler Smith if one of the guys is injured.
An immediate CanFan folklore where Jerry Jones had too much batter in the clone zone and it popped them out. He's like, fucking make him a center.
Too much batter. We got our clone zone.
Bo Limmer a center.
Then we got a BPA pick, Gabe Hall, defensive interior, but it was also a position of need. Not only was he the top on the charts for BPA, but he was also a need. We actually looked at defensive interior earlier in the draft and didn't see anyone we liked. So I think this is a great pick, even though we don't know too much about Gabe Hall.
From Baylor.
A- though for him.
A-mine.
Then we got Joe, I can throw the ball really far. Milton out of Tennessee, which we picked up in round 7, pick 233. B+.
Guess what? And if we took him there, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Even though Chris told me not to,
We did it.
still happy.
So who's leaving the team as far as quarterback? Because there's no way we're going to carry 4 QBs.
He could be a practice squad.
Huh? Yeah.
You could keep him on the old practice squad for
I
a
mean,
little bit and see how he ends up.
We didn't do any like trade Trey Lance in the draft,
Because it's probably not going to happen.
but that would have been the thing that we could have done.
Like,
if we
trade
were,
Trey
if we were-
Lance,
if we were targeting.
You also
a
want it to be
Gibbs.
realistic.
Yep.
Right? Like, you also want to watch. He's going to, because I said that, Trey Lance is going to get traded.
Oh
now.
yeah, Trey Lance is going day one. We're moving up. We're gonna move up 3 spots to pick up fucking JPJ.
Okay. Solomon Bird, edge, our only pick
C+.
that was not an A or a B, and it was a C+.
We're gonna get. What do we think we're gonna get? I think we're gonna get an A-.
I think
A-minus.
I think A- is a
What
safe
are these
bet.
awards that we got here? If you
Awards earned. A-, baby. Draft rank top 38% of the Dallas Cowboys draft. CanFan's final mock draft. A solid A-. It's a little with a bit of taint without having our own personal mock J around for it. But I feel like we did a pretty solid draft there, fellas.